Gets rid of it before the pressure, and he finds Calvin Ridley past the sticks.
Well, watch him, Adam. When he drops back, he's going to shuffle up into the pocket, and we're going to pause it. It's his eyes that hold defenders inside right here, and he waits for the space for Ridley to show up. That is so well done by him. You can tell he's calm, he's cool and collected. Moving weight. Shout out Rick Ross.
Here comes Levis, and he's got the first down as he's swung down by Darrell Taylor, and Levis is feeling himself a little bit too.
Orbit is the motion when you come all the way across, and then they return on the orbit motion, try and fake him out. You see Ridley, and then once again, the Polars, Raidens again. Bill Callahan going back to the well.
Pressure coming. Levis throws it. What a catch! It is Chig Okonkwo with a twisting, falling grab for the touchdown.
Here's Okonkwo, number 85, in a tight split, hand in the dirt once again. And Will Levis has to chuck this thing and get smacked after the play. Will Levis doing a great job understanding Stevenson didn't have eyes back on him. He could afford to float that ball. Hopkins isn't even in.
No Hopkins on this play. Spears is the back. Levis gets hit. Delivers on target. And there is Ridley on cue.
Once again, that right guard position getting pummeled for Tennessee, and Will Levis stands his ground and watch this route. He broke him off something fierce on the edge. Boom! Woo. Completely crossed him up. Didn't get him on the slant earlier.
See if they try and do a little pin out there and give it to the guy to the flat.
Levis dials it up, and it's handled by Pollard. And he took a hard hit as well at the end of the play.
Because he comes into the trips formation, and instead of just going strictly to the flat, he runs a wheel.
Number 36 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. Automatic first down.
And here's Chuck Clark at the end, and there's the hit into the head area.
Julius Chestnut is in. Fake it. Levis, pressure. He's got room. Levis, big gain into Jets territory, and Levis goes down. Shotgun Levis, 2nd and 9. Levis looking for the big one. And a sliding attempt. Somehow Ridley was there for the touchdown. Ridley tracking it, and this is a scintillating grab.
And he does it against the first-team All-Pro corner, Sauce Gardner. Chuck Clark coming over from the safety spot. Looks like he has a shot at the football, but how about the concentration? The absolute concentration of Ridley. Remember the one that went through his hands? Looked like he should have caught that one. He atoned for it on that play.
Levis dials it up. Perfect throw to the sideline, and Calvin Ridley. The drive remains alive with a clean catch inside the Jets' 40.
Oh, you think he's pitching a shutout? Let's go get him. And a nice route by Ridley. Bill Callahan's run game confounds everyone, and they're sticking with it.
No hurry here for Tennessee. Levis, and he's in big trouble. He gets out of it. Will Levis makes a huge play for the Titans.
You had mentioned a magical type play before, magician-like. I didn't know which one you were referring to. You just brought it home. Houdini gets out of the pocket, makes a big play. And if you're Brian Callahan, you've got to think to yourself,
it's practice during the course of the week. It's not spontaneous in the spur of the moment trying to extend a play.
Josh Wiley, the tight end, in motion. Levis off play action, wants to go to the air, and he's got Wiley open into Packer territory. And Josh Wiley, who had 2 catches the first 2 weeks, picks up one for 23 to the Packer 47.
The way that Will Levis is playing, he's actually playing good. I saw strides from week 1 to week 2. But those costly mistakes, those game-changing plays that he's had the first 2 games of the season are the things that everybody wants to talk about and nobody's talking about.
Packers rush 4. Levis over the middle, fits it into a tight window, and he finds Tyler Boyd. There's the man he was supposed to look for on the last play.
I want you to watch. Here he is again, Tyler Boyd. We missed him last play. We're coming back to him on this one. Watch this tight window. Look at that throw by Will Levis. That's outstanding. That is confidence.
First and goal at the 1. 10th play of this opening drive for Tennessee. Levis to the air, to the end zone. Touchdown, Nick Vanette. His first touchdown since 2021. And the Titans are on the board. Follow the trend lines. Neither defense had given up a point in the first quarter this year. So, of course, both defenses give up touchdowns to start this ballgame. Levis looking for Hopkins. Terrific adjustment. Hopkins, touchdown Tennessee.
Be a foreshadowing of things to come, because this is really good feel, right? Once you're even, get it on that back shoulder. The DB can't play it at that point. Eric Stokes is not going to be able to make a play on that back shoulder throw. So just some good chemistry right there that we've seen.
Feels like his 96 as this drive begins. Levis to the sideline. Hopkins starting to heat up on this warm day. Out to midfield and a pickup of 20.
The tight end, it's that kind of that corner route. Watch DeAndre Hopkins on the inside, presses there. Now just breaking out right there. You've got the outside receiver making Jair Alexander carry him down the field a little bit till he turns him over to the safety, and that creates that little void there that DeAndre Hopkins was able to slide into.
We're going to see if he's able to walk that walk right now down the field.
Well, DeAndre Hopkins certainly helping him get there in this third quarter, and he's looking that direction again for D-Hop on the sideline. And one of the best receivers of all time makes a sliding grab at the 32 for a Titan first down.
Really nice route by DeAndre Hopkins. Watch him carry into the inside, and now the little look and the break. I mean, he leaves Eric Stokes. He bit so hard when he pivoted back towards Will Levis, and then he's able to break out to the outside for an easy throw catch.
Play clock down to 1. They snap it on 2nd and 17. Levis over the middle has a man wide open, and the catch is made into Miami territory. DeAndre Hopkins.
Watch the right side. The double team on Jalen Phillips, really triple team, and there's that 3-level. Hop does a fantastic job of sitting in that soft zone, being a little boring, ball out on time.
First and goal, Tennessee. Have to burn a timeout there to avoid a play clock penalty. Fake handoff, Levis to the end zone, wide open, Westbrook Akine, touchdown.
It's a screen here, and then they're going to go. And you see both defenders come up and play the screen. But here, if you're the outside third player, you've got to stay with that. That's your deep third. They let it go, and really a nice play design.
Levis again, play action to set up the pass. Wide open, Hopkins on the seam, coming across the middle, and Levis hit him perfectly. A pickup of 22.
Franklin's coming around, and watch how the offensive line from Cushenberry to Skoronski to Latham, look at how they slide, and they're able to communicate and pick this up. Now Levis can sit there in the pocket and then get that ball to Hopkins going across the middle. Offensive line today in this game. This is your opportunity. You've been running the football fairly effectively.
Levis, they're going to throw it here. Levis, and completes.
You have hard play action, and then they're going to bring Burks, and now you have a lot of space between Burks and the free safety. So everybody goes up and plays run, and now Levis, all he has to do is make an accurate pass.
Yeah, he was impressive when we spent time with him.
Very impressive.
Fake to Pollard. Levis.
Now, this is impressive.
Picks up a first down across midfield to the Chargers' 47-yard line.
For Will Levis, what they're doing is a design quarterback power. And I'm surprised because he's coming off a shoulder injury. You don't really want to run him, but he is such a mobile quarterback.
On second down, Levis sets and then fires. Ridley. Wow. Touchdown. 42 yards from Will Levis to Calvin Ridley.
Just throw the ball to Calvin Ridley. His speed is special, and I don't know how you thought that you were going to have Jasir Taylor going there. No, you can't do that. No, it's just confusing to me to see that he's one-on-one with no safety help all the way down.
Tony Pollard on the field to begin this second half. Shake it up in the second quarter. Pass from Levis is caught for a first down earlier today. Gains 15 on this play.
And it's a nice job by Levis. You know, it's easy to fall in love with his big arm, with his mobility, and now his decision making is what's going to take him over the top. Because you can say, you look at a guy and you say he has.
Levis, end zone, Ridley makes the catch.
Nice job.
His second touchdown today.
Inside, gonna go to the back pylon, and you know, it may not mean much as far as this game and the outcome of this game, but you want to see plays like that from Will Levis, Calvin Ridley. You want to see that connection happen.
Play clock down to 1. Levis gets the snap off in time. Third down pass near side on a comebacker. It is caught. Calvin Ridley
for the Minnesota Vikings, and he just outfights him for the football. Levis puts it. Right now, the offensive line for Tennessee is what is holding this offense back.
Anytime Nicholas Petit-Frere, who started, is back in on right tackle, so a platoon situation between him and Prince. What a pass. Levis.
You're going to see Byron Murphy. He's going to jump up on the flat route to Calvin Ridley. And there it is, Westbrook-Ikhine, right in that little.
Levis trying to run a tight ship here. Everything he's got to compute in his mind against this defense. Levis fires and completes.
And now you've got Jonathan Greenard, one of the better pass rushers in the league, going to work on third down.
Levis taking a shot. He's got Westbrook-Ikhine breaking free. And the Tennessee Titans right back in it. 98 yards.
What that means, they're going to run an out, and then that means that Gilmore right here is going to jump the out, and they expect this safety to get over the top. So Gilmore, he jumps the out, and the safety over there, I believe that was Metellus, does not get over the top in time, and Will Levis drops the perfect dime to Ikhine. That is unbelievable.
Marcus, one thing to get that kind of a break as a quarterback, then you've got to make the throw, but boy, does Levis deliver just a perfect strike. Hitting Westbrook-Ikhine in stride, it allowed his receiver to keep going full steam. And look at that. Ties the longest pass play in franchise history.
They need another one.
What do they have in store here for a potential encore? Levis slinging it far side, completes. Ridley, he was just penalized. Petit-Frere was in at right tackle on that last Westbrook-Ikhine touchdown. And then they just made the switch. Levis again hit on the release. He's got a man open again. It's caught. Bryce Oliver.
Incredible effort again, and I don't know what's crazier. Another unblocked pressure.
This will be the 10th play of the drive. Titans have the fewest 10-play drives in the NFL. They're going for it all. They've got it all. Westbrook-Ikhine. He beat Derek Stingley. It's 38 yards, and the Titans take the lead.
Big pass plays. Watch the safety here, and then just watch Ikhine run straight down the field. Nothing fancy here, but the safety stops and bites, and he's wide open over the top.
The situation they wanted to stay out of.
He's in time in the pocket. He's going long. He's looking for Ridley. He's got him! And Ridley will run into the open field, out of bounds at the 15. Jimmy Ward couldn't keep up.
And then Ridley is going to be over here. Unbelievable protection for Ridley to be able to run the deep post against the safety. Jimmy Ward is not going to be able to keep up with Calvin Ridley. If Levis has that much time, that is a mismatch. Look at Calvin Ridley. That guy can fly. That's why you pay him all.
Ridley coming in, he had the big plays, 5 catches for 76 yards.
Off the play fake. On the run, Ridley's got it, and he's got it to the 32-yard line.
Watch this. He is under duress. That's off his back foot. Couldn't even step into it. Gets rocked.
Last 3 drives, 13 plays, -1 total yards for the Titans, and the pick 6. Okonkwo, he's got some inside Texans territory, inside the 35-30, 25-20. He may go. Stiff arm, end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
You're going to see right here, all he's going to do is just drag right across and get a matchup with the linebackers. Nobody stays with him. He's wide open, and then he has the ability, the game-breaking speed, to be able to bust it open. It's the play I've been waiting on for this offense to run all game.
Well, he did it a bunch his rookie year.
Or bad pass. Bingo. Levis somehow gets away. Throws on the run. Ridley's got it. What a play by Levis. Levis taking a deep shot. Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown. What a throw by Levis. And it's the 7th touchdown in the last 8 games for Westbrook-Akine.
All season long, or at least the last 7 games. Just running a go-round. Little stick inside to get Sandra Stills.
2nd and 10. Levis, good protection over the middle. Pollard at the 20 and up in the air and down to the ground at the 15.
Pollard's out here in the slot and just runs a post route, usually reserved for wide receivers or tight ends. He ran it perfectly.
Quan Martin with the big hit on Pollard. Levis, Westbrook-Akine, touchdown! He just got in for his 2nd of the day. And he now has 8 touchdowns in his last 8 games.
He's a guy that they say just does his job. A simple in cut right here and playing zone coverage, catches it right in front of Jeremy Chin, right on that goal line, and is able to sneak in as we take a look at this angle as that ball gets right across the goal line for a touchdown.
If he's able to just manipulate it, not be stuck in one slot.
Play fake. Levis looking for Westbrook-Akine. And the fantasy manager's smile as Westbrook-Akine.
Such a hard throw here for Will Levis because he's booting out the left side, but Nick Westbrook-Akine's got to get both arms under that. Great job.
After trying to set up the run with Tony Pollard earlier in this drive.
Play fake on 1st down. Levis looking for Ridley. He's got him at midfield. Ridley tripped up at the 40. Monteric Brown just got a piece of him, but Ridley rumbles for 30.
Andrew was going to be Calvin Ridley, who had 10 or 9 targets. This is his 10th of the day, but the long reception had only been 8 yards. That one goes for 30.
Longest play of the day for Tennessee. They break the huddle.
A little bit of pressure. Here it comes.
Levis will sit in, floats it out there. He's got a man, and it's Tyler Boyd, and the former Bengal on the run. Boyd weaving his way down to the Cincinnati 30 before Cam Taylor-Britt ends the play.
Yeah, a really nice job by Will Levis. You know, recognizing that pressure, getting it switched up, getting the protection changed, gives him the time to be able to stand in the pocket and find Tyler Boyd.
Josh Newton had a chance at him. Boyd just able to pull away.
Levis looking long, looking for Ridley, who turns back, makes the catch. Did he get in bounds?
Well,
no signal yet. Yes,
right
they say he did.
Cost me a $300,000 bonus.
Oh, my. They're down at 4. Pass is complete. Westbrook-Akine went high in the air, got his feet in bounds. Bird had 20 sacks in college at Wyoming and USC. Levis will just let it go with a hand in his face, and it's going to be caught out of nowhere. Tay Martin, 3 defenders. He comes in, makes the catch, gets into the end zone. Levis looks to his left, hitches to his left, lofts one to his left. He's got his man Wiley, and the 2-point conversion is good. 23-14 with 2:41 to play in the fourth quarter.